Hi, I'm Christine Venus and I'm your astrologer. So, we're going to be talking about the weekly astrology for March 28th to till April 3rd. So, this week I feel like it's better even though we have an intense new moon. However, we're past a lot of last week's tense energy and getting more out of that Pisces energy, which is nice. So, getting out of the dreaminess, the fogginess. So, speaking of that, as of this afternoon, but for you it'll be now, but for me, because I'm recording early, midday, sorry, Sunday afternoon. Actually, it might be like right now. It was around 4 something. It's 3 something, around 4. Anyway, shortly, and already for you, by the time you watch this, Mercury will be in Aries. So this is great. So obviously it's not yet because I'm still foggy headed. And Mercury is my ruler. So anyone that's Virgo or Gemini ruled, it's affected you so much more the past 3 weeks it's been there, I think it is. So Mercury will move into Aries for about 2 weeks. And so Mercury in Aries. So Mercury's our thoughts, our mind, our communication, our learning, our processing, our writing, speaking, any of those sorts of things. It can also rule like social media or in advertising and marketing, business contracts, those sorts of things. So now it's out of Mercury, it's more into Aries. We can be more direct, more clear within our thinking, all those things. We can be more assertive. We can take action more, like in our planning and our thoughts and our processing and our ideas and our learning and sharing of information. All that can be more clearer and more forward and direct and sharper, and easier to get across now. So that's really good. It's also the confusion can stop, faster intuition and instinct can now come easily for us. So that's really good. I've been hanging for this for like a whole week basically. So great news. Okay, so first off at the start of the week, we're going to, and I spoke a little bit about it in last week's video, but we're going to have Venus and Saturn conjunct in Aquarius. So Venus is, our love, our values, it's our money, our self-worth, it's our relationships. So, and Venus there with Saturn, which is all about, it's heavy, it's burdensome, it's a lot of responsibility, it's more effort to show up as we need to get serious about what we love, again, what we value, our money, our worth, those sorts of things. We may only have enough energy to show up for the things that really matter and that are for a bigger, higher purpose, that are for not only benefiting the self, but are benefiting sort of the self and everyone involved, the collective as well. So this can show us where we need to create stronger boundaries. So we're only saying yes to the things that we have the time and energy for, and committing to things that are in alignment with our values, that are in our integrity as well, and that are part of our karma and a part of us growing up and being an adult. So our money and relationships can be feel more restricted, limited, or like it's harder to make it work for us, especially if it's like things in areas that aren't already working sort of thing. It can intensify that. We need to be more serious, take more calculated risks so that we're building something that's sustainable and long-term. So this can be a course correction, a detour, some harsh endings, karma playing out, which can also mean rewards for hard work, where we've put the effort in, where we've committed, shown up, taken responsibility, all those things. It can bring promotions, good news from authority figures, financial gains from long-term investments. Saturn is about strength, structure, discipline, maturity, and with Venus we can feel more in alignment, in balance, in harmony with these themes because they're coming together when it comes to our relationships, friendships, goals, and what we're working towards if we have put in the hard work. So if you want the results, you've got to do the work. That's very Saturn based. He'll give you the rewards, but it's not going to be overnight. It's no overnight success or anything like that. It's long-term hard work, disciplined, routine, showing up, all that sort of thing. So Saturn is ruler of time. So things take time to grow. It's a strong foundation. It's not built overnight. It also takes good planning, measured, calculated action. So that's the start of the week. Then towards the end of the week, so April 1st, that's actually Friday for me, but I think it will be Friday for other people in the world. But for me in Australia, it's Friday afternoon at like 4 p.m. So it might be Friday morning for you because it's April 1st, 2:20 a.m. New York time, but it may be fall on the 31st for you if you're in a different time zone maybe. So it's at 11 degrees and 31 minutes in Aries. So the new moon in Aries is amazing energy. We have it every year. It's good for kickstarting the year, new projects, new habits. It's really good for setting those new year intentions. So although we had the sun move into Aries, what are we like? A week ago now it would have been. We haven't had that sort of more energy to like really get going in it. And this is what initiates it. It's like the first new moon of the year, the new beginnings, new intentions, time for fresh starts, new things, putting ourselves first, initiating things, taking action, following our passions. It's cardinal, fiery, passionate energy. It's to the extreme. So the sun is exalted in Aries, and the moon is not as very comfortable in Aries. It likes to be in, Venusian, its own sign, obviously, but also Venusian ruled signs like Libra and Taurus, it likes there. So being in, Aries is that opposite, that Mars ruled sign. So it's not as comfortable in a Mars masculine ruled sign. So the moon's energy has the power to control the ebbs, the flows of the ocean, like the tides, the waves. It controls all sorts of water on Earth, many things, and we're 70 to 80% water. I always say this, so it's like the moon really does affect us, and following the moon every day, knowing your own moon and how it's affected can be super powerful. Just following the lunar cycles by themselves, we can really plan and map out our life and one of the best ways to do things and approach things. So make sure you follow me on Instagram if you're not already, because I talk about the moon every day, where it is, and whatever other astrological transits happening that may be affecting us. Or even Discord, I'm trying to post in there regularly too, as another place in case people don't have Instagram, because I don't really know where else, and I don't go really on Facebook or anything. So so the moon is really powerful for us, and it's really good to tune into it, basically tune into that feminine receiving aspect that's available to us from the planets. So it's best to start anything new a day or two after the new moon as well, any new moon, because it's better when you actually see the new moon in the sky already developing, because a new moon is dark at first. So we have that dark side of the moon we go into the first, where it's more of a going within, a time to go within, the shadow stuff might come up. We might feel a bit more depressed or low. The energy's at its lowest. It's the darkest. So it's right before that energy, before the moon becomes new. So it's a good time to retreat in that. But then, the moon starts to grow a day or two after, and we start to see that little bit of the white bit of the moon. And that's when we can really start to initiate and take action and put some forward momentum into the energy, into what we, what we've come out of the darkness with in the light, with, what's been illuminated for us from that sun and moon together. And it's always the darkest before the dawn. So it's where we can come out fresh and renewed, ready to plant new seeds for new beginnings. It's also a start of a new moon phase for the lunar month as well. So a whole month of like manifesting for us. It's also the start of a 6-month lunar phase as well, where in 6 months time we'll be at the full moon in Aries, and that's where the culmination, completion, finishing point of this energy, what we've set intentions for and what we've put out now. And that will be in September, or is it October? Towards the end of September, maybe. Full moon's usually the second part of the month, so maybe it'll be when it's Libra, so end of September. So okay, so the ruler of the full moon, we've always got to look at the rulership. So that's Mars. And where is Mars? Mars is making a stellium with Juno, the planet of relationships and partnerships, with Venus and with Saturn. And Mars and Saturn actually boxing in Venus and making it quite intense for her at the moment. So Aquarius is all about the people, the bigger, higher purpose, the collective, our social groups, our friendship circles, our relationships, and like based on not being like different ways of being relating and being in relationships, and based on different types of attachment styles and stuff. Unique relationships that are different and we connect in different, unique ways. So it's Mars is also the ruler of the South Node at the moment, and South Node's all about releasing, letting go. It's a cutting and burning energy, so we cut things that we don't need and we're not passionate about anymore, aren't fulfilling our needs or our desires. Whatever's a part of our past and our past karma as well. Okay. So yeah, that Mars being the ruler, and Mars, you know, there with that Aquarius energy and the relationship energy and the Saturn energy. So it's like enhancing that too. That's part, it's playing a part of this energy in this new moon as well. And relationships is a big thing. And also our values, you know, and that whole Saturn and getting serious. And what we've been talking about and going through the Mars-Venus conjunction for the last month and a half now, or whatever it is. It's been a while. So all right, so the other side of this is, so we've got that stellium down there in Aquarius. Oh, I've taken the chart off my screen too, damn. Down in, I can't see it big now, in Aquarius, and then we've got the stellium in Aries for the, it'll be around here, for the down here, down there, for the new moon. And it's a stellium because it's the sun, the moon, and Mercury's there. Mercury's there at 9 degrees, so just 2 degrees away. And also we have Chiron there at 12 degrees, so that's super powerful. So Mercury there providing, you know, part of the energy for the new beginning. What can that provide us? It could be taking on some new course or study, learning some new information, ideas that come through, new inspirational ideas and information that can help us with moving forward. Mercury can help with the inspiration we need for our mind to be in alignment for our plans and ideas. You know, that we could have some opportunities for travel come up, as I said, learning, business contracts, social media, blogs, writing, speaking, communicating, and also, you know, a chance to heal like our mind and our mindset and our thoughts and thought process and the way we're thinking and our overthinking and our analyzing. And there's an opportunity for healing that too with that Mercury energy and the Chiron energy there together. So yeah, our writing, speaking, communicating, our mindset can all have a new beginning for a refresh, restart, new life. So Chiron will be at 12 degrees, also conjuncting the new moon. So the wounded healer, Chiron is the wounded healer. So Chiron is what we experience through life. It's our wounds where we either continually get wounded through life or where we carry just wounds from our childhood throughout our whole life and they affect us. And, you know, we come to about 50, 52, we have our Chiron return. And this is an opportunity for us to really see those wounds and then be highlighted, or for us to, you know, have and be on the healing path of those, really dig deep into the healing, or where we're already like have healed them and we're becoming the master. It's potentially, it's to make us become the master in that. So we become the wounded healer, we become the healer, we help others to be able to heal those same wounds that we've worked through and we've healed ourselves. So it's, yeah, such a powerful energy, and it's so important to know where Chiron is in your own chart. So Aries is all about the self, the identity, the ego. It's our body as well, our selfishness, our image, our individualness, where we do things alone, where we fight and stand up for our rights, what we believe in, what other, you know, it can be for other people's rights too if we believe in those as well. It's the warrior energy. It's where, you know, where we go to war. It's where we have the courage as well to stand up for ourselves, where we don't let fear hold us back, where we take action towards our desires and what we're passionate about. So Chiron will be bringing up any wounds around these things for healing, in particular where we're not being ourselves, you know, our individual unique selves, where we do things our own way, our own individual way, where we honor what is right for us. So yeah, a big part of the healing is around our ego, our image, our body, any of those things, and, you know, stepping into that that healing and that confidence energy. Aries is a very confident energy, so it's like being confident in who you are, no matter what you look like, or what you've been through in your life, or what experiences you had, or whatever it is. It's like just being confident with who you are, especially with that Chiron energy there. It's like, it doesn't matter about your wounding and everything, your trauma and all the shit you've been through. Yes, it's a part of you, but it's not who you are. We change, we grow and all that. So it's like stepping into that, and like, even part of it is realizing that we have healed that. Like, realize what you've healed and the work that you've done, and acknowledge and accept that, and grow and learn from that, and help that to help you to push you forward to what's the word I'm looking for, to give you that momentum. I can't think of the word. Okay, so so the healing is in the healing sides where we also, the other part of the healing is where there's other sides where we're too selfish, where we don't speak up when we should, especially with Mercury there. It's about our communicating, our speaking, when we don't follow through on our plans and ideas, where we let others suppress or repress us, where we suppress ourselves and we play too small. Aries is a leader too. It's a pioneer energy. So, and what happens when we do these things, when we're in the unhealthy Aries energy, it comes out with speaking without thinking. So our words can be harsh and critical and cutting and mean, and being overly assertive or aggressive in our speaking, communication and interactions with others, and even being like that in our interactions and our actions. So it's like taking action on things that it doesn't matter if you hurt or harm others. It's just all about you and getting what you want. But as everyone says, there's a part of that too where we have to be like that sometimes to get what we want. Not the hurting and harming, but we have to be assertive, and we have to be more harsh and critical, because we can be soft and airy, fairy and Venusian, but without that drive and that assertiveness and that surety and confidence and courage, we won't be able to get what we want. It's always about balance, isn't it? And following our sexual desires too much, or our ego and all that too much too, and not listening to the logical mind. So Aries is courageous, a leader, warrior, dynamic, innovative, energetic, enthusiastic, excited, passionate, driven, fun, pioneering. So how can we use this energy to step into these qualities, these really good positive qualities of Aries, to help us heal our wounds? Mars, Mars, we're talking about Mars stuff. So it's like, how can we step more into our power? So it's like the new moon is clearing out any ego emotional shit, basically. So when Jupiter comes around in May into Aries, and Jupiter's all about growth, expansion, luck, abundance, gifts, opportunities, fun things, based positivity, optimism, all that. When our energy comes around to that Aries area of our life, we've done the healing, the clearing out of the wounds, everything's come to the surface. We're more in alignment. We're more stepped into who we are and our identity, and we're out of the ego. And, ego is important, but it's a healthy ego that's important. And, more into ourselves and who we are. And, whatever is going on in that Aries area is going to be expanded by Jupiter. So we want to expand the good things. So the sun will, that's the new moon energy. I'll go through each sign at the end for Aries through to Pisces, and what it means for you, where the new beginnings will be. So the sun will conjunct Mercury on the 2nd. The next day after the new moon, the sun and Chiron will be exact at 12 degrees the day after the new moon. So we can get clear about those new moon revelations and ideas, intentions, what we want to move forward on, what we've healed, what was illuminated to us. It can be processed. It can be, thought about with clarity, and our mind can just it's basically just process it and deal with it, and come up with things and ideas and solutions and stuff like that. Mercury is a very solution-based sign as well. We can also see a clear plan, how we can move towards our happiness through a healthy mindset, through healing ourselves and doing the work. It's a good communication and expression energy. So the sun is our soul's expression, basically, and Mercury is how we express ourselves. So we can really express our true inner selves, what makes us happy, what we love, what's lighting us up, what we're genuinely, excited about, and what interests us, and what makes us happy, and what, from a soul point of view, like what our soul is craving and wants, and all that. We can really start to express that, basically. The Sun and Mercury are best friends, so them coming together is really always like really nice and good energy. So very positive for contracts, business contracts, agreements, impressions, communicating and learning. Also for being able to communicate and express from a soul level, deep within our hearts. So also helping us to now express a healthy ego from that healing from the new moon, and identity that is in alignment with our soul purpose. Okay, so where does all this Aries energy fall for you in your chart? Where is it all happening? So we'll go through each rising sign. You can listen for your rising sign. You can listen for your sun if you want to for a bit more information. The moon is more an internal based sort of feelings level, but you can listen if you want as well. Now, if you don't know your rising sign, you can go to astro.com. You can go to free horoscopes, horoscope drawings and data, chart drawing ascendant to get it. It's a lot harder to find than it used to be on there, I swear. Or you can go to my Discord, which will be in the links below, and there's a chart bot in there, or you can post in the astrology bit and we can pull up your chart and I'll tell you what your rising sign is. I'm not going to give you a reading, but I'll tell you what your rising sign is. If you do want a reading, you can always book one. The information's below with me at any time. Okay. Yeah, if you use astro.com too, then once you've entered your chart, your details once, you'll be able to go back as a guest, or you can log in and create an account and for free and be able to go back and use it and put other people's details in too, and look at, pull different charts and look at different things. And know, every new moon or every week when different things, the planets are changing, doing different transits, changing signs or whatever's happening, you'll know where that's happening for you in your chart. So let's go through the signs. So make sure you please subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. Please like if you're liking these videos, so I know. It really helps me out and helps the algorithms and all that stuff too. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I appreciate yeah, any kind of support. So for Aries, so we're talking about new beginnings, starting something new, initiating something, some kind of renewal, some kind of healing as well, because we're talking about Chiron. So for you, that is the first house. Aries is the first house. So that's your identity, it's yourself, it's what you're, the way you present yourself, the way you come across, your appearance, it's, who you are and what you're putting out there. So anything, with new beginnings in any of those areas of your life. So yeah, you could be, a makeover of yourself, like dressing and wanting to appear differently. It could be that you just want to, present yourself in a different way, more in integrity and alignment with who you truly are. Or, any kind of new beginnings that are to do with your body as well. Can be anything with that, and anything just in general with you. It can be any kind of new beginning, because it's that first start of the chart, so there's any kind of potential through the whole chart for you and through your life, so anything really. Okay, so you could be looking to your sun for a little bit more information if you wanted to. So for Taurus, this will be the 12th house for you. So for Taurus rising, so the 12th house is our psychological state, our mental state. It's where we go to heal, retreat. It's where we connect with God, the universe, our higher self. It's religion. It's the spiritual side. It's institutions. It's hospitals. Again, so it's like healing, and where we go to, retreat or be locked up to, prisons, hospitals, mental hospitals, those sorts of things as well. So yeah, and the mental psychological state, not psychology, but the more mental state as well. So yeah, your intuition, that sort of stuff as well. So any kind of new beginnings, new opportunities, initiating something new, renewal, or healing within, yeah, any of those themes. So for Gemini and Gemini rising, so this will be in the 11th house. So the 11th house, you'll be having some new beginnings, some new opportunities, some renewal, something new, initiating something, starting something new, some healing potential. For you is the 11th house of friends, friendship groups, social groups, communities, organizations, what we're doing for a bigger, higher purpose, our higher aspirations. So any of those sorts of things, any of those themes. And for Cancer and Cancer rising, so any new beginnings, starting something new, initiating something, a renewal, some kind of healing, new opportunities, pardon me, coming through. And that's in the 10th house. So that's your career. So that could be a new career opportunity, you starting some kind of new venture when it comes to like your goals and what you're wanting to create and build in the world. It could just be a new opportunity at your current workplace or something, initiating or starting something new that's to do with your goals. Could be outside like your general work, just something that's for your legacy or for your higher purpose, for not so much your high purpose, but for your legacy, what you're creating, what you're building. And yeah, any kind of healing, initiating anything around the reputation as well, because that is that 10th house energy, our public image. And yeah, it's our career, our work, what we're working towards basically. So for Leo, Leo rising, so new beginnings, new opportunities, initiating something, starting something new, renewal, healing for you in the 9th house. The 9th house is our spirituality, our philosophy. It's our higher learning and education. It can represent long distance travel, things that are overseas or far away or foreign for us, and can represent our beliefs as well, and like the stories we tell ourselves, and also can represent marriage as well there. So any kind of new beginnings in those themes. So for Virgo and Virgo rising, so this is the 8th house. So any new beginnings, any starting anything new, initiating something, any kind of renewal or healing or new opportunities for you. And that's the 8th house, which is your healing. It's your death, birth, transformation processes we go through, or any kind of death and birth in our families or around us, or just whatever as well. It's also a place of trauma, and it's a place where we need to dig deep and go within to like heal that. It's also represents sex and things that are taboo, occult things. It's also other people's resources and money, our partner's resources and money that we receive from not our normal job and work, other sources. It's investments, inheritances, insurances, taxes, banks, any of those sorts of things basically. So any kind of new opportunities there. Your partner could get a new job and new income. You could have new investment opportunities come up, or something, you know, where you can start with, you know, renewal or healing when it comes to the trauma and, you know, things that are to do with sex and power and being in your power and all that as well, and power struggles and control and all that stuff as well. So for Libra and Libra rising, so this will be the 7th house. Any new beginnings, new opportunities, initiating something, starting something new, renewal, healing for you in the 7th house, which is relationships and partnerships. It's our relating to others, our one-on-one relating, and yeah, any kind of new beginnings, new opportunities there. And it's, if you're already in a current relationship, doesn't mean necessarily that a new one's going to come in. It could, but it could also just mean a renewal within the current relationship, a new beginning within the current relationship, a refresh, or just starting something new within the current relationship. Okay, so for Scorpio and Scorpio rising, this will be the 6th house. So where there's new beginnings, starting something new, initiating something, some renewal, some healing. For you will be around 6th house themes, which are our day-to-day dealings, what we do on a day-to-day basis, our routine, our structure, our organization, our health and well-being, our exercise, our fitness, how we're looking after our bodies and eating, that sort of thing. So any kind of new beginnings there, new diets, new exercise regime, routine, new daily routine where you're getting up early and going to bed early and looking after yourself, or anything like that, or starting some kind of new, you know, new co-workers too. 6th house, a new co-worker could come into the workplace or something like that, which affects your daily life, or it's just something to do with like a new beginning, a new opportunity, a new renewal, something to do with your work or career, what you're doing on a daily basis. Okay, so for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, so any kind of new beginnings, new opportunities, starting something new, initiating something, some kind of renewal, some new opportunities, some healing for you in the 5th house. The 5th house is children, It's our inner child, it's romance, it's love, it's our where we go to play and have fun and joy. It's our happiness, it's our hobbies and our skills, and it's fifth house. Also where we can yeah, play and have fun and all that. So, you know, be that more childlike self of ourselves, basically. And also love and romance, and yeah, what makes us happy, what lights us up. That's very much the fifth house as well, so that's being illuminated. Okay, so for Capricorn and Capricorn rising, so it will be the new moon, new beginnings, new opportunities, something new coming through, initiating something, some kind of renewal, some healing for you. In the fourth house, the fourth house is home, family, it's our ancestry, it's our heritage, it's where we have our safe place, safe space, so we look and nurture and care and protect ourselves as well. And it's our home and family, so any kind of new beginnings there. It could be a new home, new house, new people coming into the home or the house, any kind of new beginnings with people, or anything to do with, again, like our heritage and that, or creating a new safe space for you that you can really, you know, have a new self-care routine that you really look after and nurture yourself, and have somewhere that you can, you know, mother yourself, because it's about mothering ourselves in that house. Okay, so for Aquarius and Aquarius rising, this will be the third house. So the third house is where you're going to have new beginnings, starting something new, initiating something, some kind of renewal, new opportunity, some kind of healing opportunity as well. And the third house is our communication, our speaking, our thoughts and thought processes. It can be short distance travel, it can be any sort of short courses and information we take in and do. Our mindset, and also can be our siblings or any kind of like local environmental community that we're a part of that we do deal with. So yeah, there can be any kind of new beginnings there for you. So you might start a short course, a new course or something like that, learn something new. You could start a whole new mindset practice, something that like helps you to have a real much better mindset and mind, and like get rid of that anxious or overthinking or something like that. Or, you know, might start a new blog or some kind of new form of media or communicating or talking or something like that, speaking. So for Pisces rising, so for you, this will be the second house. So the second house is our finances, our money. It's our self-worth and our confidence, our skills and abilities. It's our financial security. And so it's the ability, I always say this and it sounds funny because I say ability, but the ability to use our skills and abilities to support ourselves financially, so that we feel safe and supported and financially secure, and the way that Taurus likes to feel, basically. So it's that second house values. It's our self-worth and our confidence and what we value. It's our possessions, all of those, in real estate, those sorts of things as well. So any kind of new opportunities, new beginnings, new anything new with those things as well. So that's it for all the signs. I hope you have a great week. The energy is going to get better. It's still going to be quite intense because we still have a lot going on, especially with the build up to Neptune and Jupiter conjunction. I think it's April 12th. So won't be talking about that even maybe next week, I don't think. So yeah, that'll be the week after, but there's a lot of build up and lead up to that. And I have spoken about that before. I think I made a short about it, but anyway, just, you know, it's always the same advice: follow your heart, stay true to you, and just always breathe and try and connect within. That's one of the most hardest things to do sometimes, but yeah. Take care, have a great week. Make sure you subscribe, follow, like, whatever, all the things. I'm on Instagram. Follow me in join me in Discord if you want. I don't do much now, I just put my daily posts if you're not on Instagram, but yeah, otherwise I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye. Okay, sorry, I forgot. I was going to pull some cards for the week. So I know everybody loves cards, so I'm going to start incorporating cards into this as well. So we're going to pull one from the Spirit Science deck. It's already jumping out at us. So we've got, the Two of Cups, love, Venus and Cancer cards. Hey, so it's all about showing love to ourselves, that self-love, that self-care. And then once we do that, we can when we're overflowing with love, it can overflow to others, and we can have that deep love connection and that Venus wants. So yeah, that's a beautiful card. We will see what message we have for our emotions and feelings for the week. So from the Moonology deck. So what message do we have about our feelings and emotions for the week? How can we manage them best? I do like it when cards jump out. So luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So it's all about that optimism energy and being a free spirit and going with the flow. It's also very much about, it's the arrow, the archer. So it's like shooting your arrow towards what you want and going after it. That's very much Sag energy. So luck is on your side. So, you know, that's amazing for this week. So use that emotional energy to propel. That's the word I was looking for earlier, to propel you towards what you desire. Nice. Okay, and what does our soul want us to know for the week? So the Soul's Journey deck. I love this deck for a quick message. So what does our Soul's Journey want us to know for the week? Come on. There we go. Oh, we've got two. Success and regret. I know that there is no greater goal than love. I don't know if I showed the card before either. And regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Wow, so we're talking about love again. So follow your heart, follow your love, what's passionate, what makes you happy. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So don't live on regret or in fear or in the past. That's for sure. Live in love. So that's those cards. I think that's pretty good messages for the week. Take care, and as I said, have a great week and be safe. Bye.